All right. So last time you guys were outside of the gun shop. You guys were outside of the gun shop debating as to who or how. I'm sorry, not who, but how you guys were going to be able to get weapons or any kind of means for you to defend yourselves. Ultimately, you guys wanted to have some sort of gun or something for your self-defense. For whatever reasons that is. So, have you guys come up with anything? Yeah. You can both talk. Ultimately.
I believe that, I think we should maybe split, as much as I hate to say it, split up our duties a bit. We can have some people working on the guns, and some people working on the research, because we really don't have much here. We're working off much of nothing.
Well, what do you see? I'm trying to determine as to what is it that you're planning to do then.
Are we role playing it out, or are we just kind
Well,
of
no, I'm just trying to understand it
It's
myself.
up to
You guys
you.
can role play it after if you want to. I'm just asking you, what's your plan in order to make
okay?
money or to
I
get the weapons? How are you planning to do it?
I think the plan was to split. Some people, I think, were either going. I wasn't sure if people were planning to either get money through smuggling or other quick jobs, or if
Mm-hmm.
people were planning to steal from the gun job. I don't think that was fully decided on. And then other people were going to go to the library to research, or elsewhere after, but probably starting with the library to research things on the cult and the world and everything.
So the other players were gonna go do research, and you guys are going to do trying to earn some money. Is that what I'm gathering?
Um, I think Sydney would probably be better on the money team in terms of if it's library use, because she's kind of an outdoors person. She would be maybe good for, I think, hunting something to sell, like selling a pelt and stuff, and the meat. And otherwise, she could go to the library, it's just not her best skill.
Okay, and let's see what's going on here. Okay, so Papa Doc,
Yeah,
what is
I'm
your
here.
plan? I mean, what do you want to do?
Well, since I've got this character and I've put a lot of points into it, do it the legal way and try to get a gig as an entertainer. And God, I can't spell. Entertainer, and go that route.
Okay, and are we talking about doing something like try to get an actual job,
Piano
or
playing.
or are you trying to like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
stand
get a
on the side
gig.
of the road and on the side of the road just do some maybe collecting tips or whatever.
No, I'm gonna hit a few. In this place here, I'm gonna look for. This is the 20s. Something like the Cotton Club, something like the Glass Slipper, which you guys would know like Studio 54. Any place that's hopping and jumping, as they would say in the 20s, I'm going to play flapper music, ragtime, because it's very, very popular at this time. And that's the reason why I chose a piano man, because ragtime is all about the piano. So, um, try to get an audition, and if I get refused, do like they do in the movies, tickle the ivories, as they say, and and do something like from Great Balls of Fire, something to get their attention and see what see my skill set, um,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So I guess I'll be kind of by myself for a little bit. I guess I don't know, but that's my plan. Um, what town are we in? Are we in Vermont still?
No, you're in Arkham.
Arkham. Okay, so it could be anything. So maybe even a speakeasy.
Right.
Um, I want to get my name out there quick. I want to get my name out there quickly. So if there is,
Well,
um,
you know,
go ahead.
you guys may want to roll. Well, at least not Jesse, because Jesse really has nothing to do with this at this moment. But you do.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
So you may want to roll
Oh,
intelligence.
sure, sure. Survey says.
Okay.
Here's my roll.
Very
Let's
good.
see what I got.
All right. So here's the thing. You know that you are a great. I believe you're a piano player, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and singer. I do sing it.
Okay.
But more of a piano player. Yes.
Fantastic. Awesome. Okay. So ultimately, there's two things. There's one thing you have to keep in. There's something you have to understand. Um, so you have to determine as to how you're going to earn. I mean, depending on how you're going to go about earning the money, you know, if you're trying to do something that has to do with your other you, meaning the other person that is over there
Okay.
in that universe,
Gotcha.
that person may not necessarily be a piano player. Maybe
Understood.
maybe it is a version of you that that maybe had the same
Is
talent
it
of
bank
you as
robber?
a no. What I'm saying is maybe it's somebody that it was a piano player, but then eventually went on a different route. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a piano
Okay.
player over
I'm
there.
tracking.
What, Sammy?
What are treats?
Okay, I'm tracking.
I don't know. I don't
I see
have
what
them.
you're saying.
Close the door, please.
Um,
Mommy, I guess
let's find out.
Right. So
Um,
that's what I'm saying. Ultimately,
I put myself out there.
ultimately, all of your, and this goes for the three of you, right? So in this universe, there is, or at least there was. I mean, there is no another you right now, because the other you obviously is not here in this universe, but there was another you, and obviously, as we determine, this is just another universe that was created after some sort of alternate decision was made from your characters, right? At one point in your lives, you made a decision, and whoever was the paradox version of you from this universe made a different decision. That decision can be anything. Now, the talent, the natural talent, not the acquired talent, because you may have um, an easy time acquiring some knowledge. For example, you may be a good reader, but that doesn't mean that that in this universe you will have read the same books that maybe you read on a different universe, right? So ultimately, in this universe right now, what I'm trying to say is your natural talent is to be a musician. So in this universe, your other self would have had that very same natural talent. He would have had possibly an easy time, with musical instruments, maybe singing and all that. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that person managed to pursue that as a career. Maybe that person, had some sort of tough time and was not able to make it, or maybe that person at some sort of juncture in the journey that you went through to becoming who you are today made a different decision in which you are not who you are today. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because that is part of probably figuring out exactly who you guys are in this universe.
Alrighty.
Not necessarily that you have to. You totally don't have to figure it out, but I'm just saying if you're going to try to make a name for yourself, or try to exploit your name, maybe you want to find out first if your character has a name for himself made.
I see what you're saying.
Because maybe nobody knows your character, and maybe all of a sudden you just show up now, Mr. Random Dude that no one knows. Yeah, you know what? I can do the show. I'm very talented. Really? Says who?
Mm-hmm. That's the reason why I said that I'm just gonna try to audition.
Right.
Go to either music stores that sell instruments and look for people that are, hey, I'm in a band. I do brass. I'm looking for a pianist. I will scan the paper for jobs for a pianist, and then since you've now explained that, for right now, instead of Owl, I'll call myself David Franklin, something else.
Okay. So maybe you explain that to the rest of the group, and
Yes.
and maybe the rest of you should roll intelligence too. Just a sec. I'm gonna pull up the character sheets, and that way we can do it with everybody. Intelligence. Hold on. Daniel Anderson is here, so I don't have to control him. Okay. So, John Crow. Okay, and Argus. All right. So everybody that passes the roll, it's going to get a clue, a tip, and ultimately you guys can share that tip with Daniel, because Daniel is not able to pass a clue, but maybe you can explain the main idea, and I'm going to give you this one as a freebie. In that way, you can understand, and this particularly will be predetermined for Sydney, because ultimately, if this applies to anybody, I want to say that it will affect Sydney first, because ultimately Sydney seems to be the catalyst amongst everything else. So, Sydney, since you passed the roll, and I'm going to tell you this, ultimately, I would assume that you as a character, and then also everybody else, will have a vested interest in finding out exactly what happened that you guys decided to do whatever it is that you did. What caused that? So ultimately, you guys know that based on what you were told last time, Sydney went out when she came back. Then all of a sudden, about a couple of days after, she managed to come back with a group of people, which is you guys. And you guys were more than willing to help her. So why? You know, maybe you want to find that out in order to try to puzzle that the reasoning behind it. Because I would think that it will help you whenever you are able to return. But it's up to you ultimately. So. So what do you guys want to do? Or maybe you can send some people from the group to investigate themselves, and maybe the rest of you. I don't necessarily have a preference myself how you do it.
I'm gonna continue with my plans and try to make it. See what my name yields. And like I said, music stores, pubs, any place where I can find a piano and get on top of it and play a little tune and see if people clap along with me, that kind of thing. Good luck to me.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to wait. Doctor, sorry. Anderson is going to wait until it's nightfall, and then he's going to go and check his. Well, he thinks. His house.
Okay, so you're gonna go into your house.
What that's his house in a previous universe.
Okay, well, maybe then Fergus and John will join you. And maybe what they're gonna do is maybe you guys, Fergus will say, well, you know what, let's go do it tonight, and I will go with you, and then maybe we can go check in my house. And then John will say, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and do that, and then ultimately we can go to my place too, and I want to check what was I about, who am I, and why I decided to join this group. And then maybe from there see what they can find, and ultimately if push comes to shove, maybe go to the library. So all right, so let's go. Arlen, do me a favor and mute yourself until your turn comes up again, and I'm going to go back to Jess's character real quick.
Yep.
So, all right. So, Sydney, you are planning to go hunt something.
I still have my traps, correct?
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying to determine is, okay, so are you gonna travel to go somewhere to hunt, or?
How far would it be to outside of Arkham? So, like somewhere I could hunt it around.
Hunting ground?
Okay, somewhere with like animals that could feasibly hunt and sell. It might be a little far away.
Well,
I'm trying to figure out kind of like how near the.
who are you
suburbs
gonna sell it to?
like the woods are.
Okay, let's play that out. That's fine. I mean, whatever. All right, so let's say that there are animals outside of Arkham, right? Outside the city limit. So do me a favor and roll 1d2, 1 for yes and 2 for no, to see if the same kind of animals that are in your universe are in this universe. You know. I mean, this is bad. Okay, no. All right. So, but you don't really know that. All right. So, how are you gonna get to whatever you're going? Are you gonna jack a car? Are you gonna take a taxi? You're going to.
That's what my first question was. Would it be feasible to walk there?
Well,
If I walked
yeah,
from
no,
there,
you can walk. You can definitely walk. I mean, we said ultimately that you guys were down here.
yeah.
So, let's see, what part is better for you to walk? Yeah, maybe you gotta walk south. So, to this area. Um, so, it will take you maybe an hour or two to walk there, but how are you going to, how are you going to bring whatever you hunt?
Well, it depends how big it is. She probably wouldn't go for anything super large.
What are you,
Uh,
how much money are you trying to make?
Enough to. She could probably go for several pieces of smaller game. Just enough, as much as she can, to contribute to the gun fund, basically. I just don't think she has a ton of skills that would be super useful here, so this is the best I think she can do. Either that or she goes and tries to research stuff.
I see.
Or talks to someone.
All right. So, you start walking down the streets, and it takes you about, I don't know, maybe an hour, half an hour. I'm sorry, an hour and a half to walk all the way south, and you get to the outside of Ark, and you keep walking a little more, maybe half an hour more, and you get to an opening. And over there, you do see some animals running wild, here and there. There are plenty of animals. You cannot identify them real well from afar, but
Okay.
they are there. So you're gonna have something that looks like reindeer, um, and then maybe something that is the size of rabbits, the most. And that's about it.
That will work.
Okay. So roll your luck.
Okay.
All right. So with your luck, you do have a good luck, meaning that you're gonna have enough chances, or that there's many animals. Now roll a 1d2 to determine if these animals will have the same. I mean, if they will be aggressive or not. Let's go by that. No, we don't. Okay. All right. Okay. So you start walking out, and you see your prey out there. You put some traps on the ground, and you see that these little creatures just hop around, whatever. They look like bunnies. Some of them, they are like mating and unstoppable, and in eating, and they see you. And the moment they see you, they start charging at you. And go ahead and roll a 1d 1d6. Why not? All right. So 5 little things, the size of a big bunny, are coming at you. And you do notice that as close as they're getting towards you, there's a big difference between these animals and the ones from your world. They seem to have very, very sharp teeth. They have fangs. They do seem to have a very angry look. Where their eyes are, there seems to be some openings around you that when they get upset, the skin around the eyes just pulls back, and it makes their eyes almost as pop out, and the outside of the eye makes it look red, as if it was bloodshot. all their veins from their faces seem to pop out, and they seem to have claws too. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Uh,
so go ahead and,
how
take your action, whatever your action is, and
how close do I have to get in order to set these traps?
close to who?
The rabbits. Or
Well, I fear that you put the traps before.
right.
Right.
But
So I'm assuming that you already set the traps.
right.
That was probably the first thing you did.
I don't think I don't know if walking out in the open was the move, but okay. Let's see. Okay. So how fast are they charging? How far are they?
I want to say they are right now about, I don't know, let's say 30, 40 yards away from you. However, they do run really fast.
Okay.
They can probably be on you within 1d3 turns.
Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. Are there what kind of environment am I in? Is it forested? Is it fields?
It's like a field. Grass is not that high. I mean, it's probably, if you're wearing boots, the grass will be up to the top of your boots.
Okay.
So
Are there any
a lot of your body is exposed.
okay. I have. What do I have? All right. I think.
Are they what? Hopping mad? You could say that. It's a good assessment.
Do I still have my shovel?
Um, shovel. Probably not. But go ahead and roll. Roll your luck. See if you have your shovel. Let's determine that. Yeah, okay, you do have it.
I would like. They seem a lot faster than I am, right?
Way faster.
Oh wow.
Not a lot.
Even more than normal rabbits?
Way, um. Yeah, probably a little bit faster than normal rabbits.
Okay. Are there any trees around that look sturdy enough to climb?
Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
No idea.
Nope,
Okay.
no trees. Actually, you know what? Let's play this out. This is a lot better. You do find some trees, but they don't look easy to climb. But you do find some trees. I'm gonna allow you to find some trees.
Yeah. If they don't look super easy to climb, that unfortunately won't do much. All right. I will ready my shovel and get ready to fight. Oh, I
Okay.
have actually. I can throw rocks.
You sure can.
So-
Yeah.
I would like to pick up a rock and throw it at the closest one.
Okay.
One leading the charge.
Go ahead and
Wait,
throw.
may I throw
Remember
something?
this.
Okay.
There is 5 of them, so
Nope.
nothing. All right. You can take another turn.
I can? Okay. Then I'll pull out my shovel and basically bash one as soon as it's in range.
No, not yet. Not yet. They're gonna be on you
Oh,
in
okay.
2 more turns. So if you want to throw a rock,
2 more turns?
well,
All right. Yeah.
right, yeah.
I'll
At
throw
the
some
end of
rocks.
your last turn, that's when they're gonna be.
Actually, can I retreat to behind where the traps are to see if I can get the traps between me and them?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll spend one turn doing that.
Okay. So that's what you use the turn for. Okay.
Yes.
So you get 1 more turn after that.
then I will. They're not in melee range yet, right?
No, they're gonna be on the next turn. So this coming turn, they're gonna be in range, but it's gonna be their move.
All right, then I'll throw another rock before getting my
Okay.
for next round.
Go ahead. All right.
Ooh, all right.
And you take 1 bunny down. So
Okay.
4 bunnies left. All right. So bunnies arrive, and ultimately they are not very, very happy with you. They seem to be very, very hungry kind of animals. They make this sort of squeaking noise and very loud scream that that is very distortion. When you hear it, it really bothers your ears to the point that it's really, really hard to focus on anything. The noise just seems to go into your head like at a frequency that it just throws you off. It's almost unholy. But ultimately, that's what you find over there. So give me just a second, and we're gonna do the moves with the bunny.
Please make sure you're watching the camera.
Bunny. All right. All right. I don't necessarily have a bite. I guess I can do a bite. Just a second. Because ultimately that's bite, and then maybe claws. Okay. 1, 3, 6. The 8. Alright, I'm just gonna roll it like it is, and then we'll go from there. Just a second. I lost the sheet. There we go. One. Give me a moment. We're gonna roll all of them. Okay. So now go ahead and roll your Dutch 4 times. Please and thank
Well,
you.
fuck me.
I will be right back. In the meantime, you guys can discuss a little bit what's going on.
Okay, I'll roll my dodge. That's 1 success.
She's gonna be up and down, so.
That is a failure on the second one, so I take 8 damage. That's bad. At least it wasn't well, actually no, that is the worst one. Oops. I think that's a major wound. That's not great. I have 3 hit points left. Might be dead. Okay, got that one. Okay. I survived the turn, but only with 3 hit points. So, how you doing? How's your day going? Well, viewers, it appears I am alone in call right now. So, let's see. Do I have a story to entertain you or something? I wonder. Once, there was a young woman in the 1920s who liked to travel across the country in the wilderness. She made a living on, small amounts of money, doing odd jobs, and occasionally hunting wildlife.
All right, I'm back. So,
Welcome back.
all right, so everything went wonderful except that one dodge, huh? Yeah.
Which was the 8 damage one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Sydney's down to 3 hit points.
And it is also a fumble. Look at that.
No,
Whew.
it's, not, oh, it's a 95. Oh, it's 95. No, but not 96.
No, 95. All right. So, okay, so the 8 damage. What's your health?
I have 3 left.
Okay.
Unless I got... Oh, no, did my rest restore any? Or no.
Go ahead and roll a
I lost 4
1d3.
hit points.
Go ahead and roll a
Okay.
1d3.
I don't remember when I lost the 4 hit points.
Who's talking to me right now?
I have 6 hit points. Still a major wound, but much better. Considered.
Okay. All right. So Arlen actually left. He's too
Oh.
tired. He cannot say.
Oh.
I think he's in a different time zone. And then hold on, I had another message. Okay. All right. So it doesn't matter. It's all good. So you got 3 points left, and then you roll the 1d3. So you okay? So you earned 3 points from last time. So where does that leave you?
I have 6 hit points. Did any of them get caught in the trap? 'Cause I forgot to mention that.
Well, let's figure that out now. Since it's
a
your
little
turn.
late, but,
Since
you
it's
know.
your turn.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your luck 4 times. Wow.
Well, that's quite a
All right.
conundrum.
So 2 of your traps completely break.
Okay.
One of the traps actually catches one of them, and the other trap doesn't break, but it doesn't catch anybody's. So, I mean, it's not, and we're not necessarily going to hurt you on those 2 fumbles, but the traps will be completely unusable anymore. They just completely break.
Yeah.
All right. So, your turn now.
So there's 3 left alive.
There's 3 left.
What does major wound do? Because I don't think I've.
I think it will be like 3.
Well, I have 15 hit points and I'm down below 7, which is what it says is major wound.
Okay.
So I'm at 6.
All right.
So I'm just curious.
Okay. No.
But-
Yeah. I thought you maybe
that
had
okay
like
with-
9, 10. I haven't looked at your character, but yeah, if you have that, well, that means that you probably need to resolve your situation quick and maybe like go to a hospital or get some first aid, because if you just sit on it, you're probably gonna die.
Okay. So am I bleeding, I'm assuming, or something?
Yep.
Alright. I hope they have rabies. Space rabies. Or alternate universe rabies. Okay. But in all seriousness, I will swing my shovel at 1. Is that brawl or improv? Like, what is that?
The shovel? You can roll
Yeah,
brawl.
would that just be... Okay. Don't really have too much of a choice. So. There we go.
All right. So you hit it. We're gonna go ahead because the bunnies are kind of like a small size. We're gonna say that you take it out,
Okay.
and there's 2 bunnies left.
Okay.
So give me a second,
See if I die.
bro. Took this a little bit. Give me a moment. What? Why is this not changing? What is going on with Roll20 today? All right. Wow, roll 20 is lagging hardcore. Get out of here. Roll your dodge. You're killing me. Who would have thought that's the way that Jesse Bolt was gonna end up? Finally, the fumbles are costing you, not anyone else, anything.
It's finally happening. My bad track record is now consequences are on me.
All right, so you take a dodge on the first attack, which was 1 point of damage. The second attack was also 1 point of damage, which you take. However, due to the fact that you trip on a rock and you fell back, you take an extra point of damage. Take 2. Now go ahead and take your turn now.
Well, do I have to spend my turn getting up, or can I take an action?
No, I'm assuming that you get up.
Okay, I would like to shovel one of the bunnies.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's unfortunate.
It sure is. It sure is. All right, and your turn again, Jesse.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have. I think. Yeah, I don't. I have a couple things, but I don't think any of them are immediately useful, unfortunately. So. Well. Really debating if I want to try it. My chemical fire extinguisher.
Sammy, get in bed.
The stuff that comes out of it.
If you're gonna keep getting up, I'm gonna get the dog out.
Is it like the foam? Doc, you might know this.
What was your question?
The chemical fire extinguisher I have, does the foam come out of it, or is it something else in the 1920s?
Do you need the phone to come out?
I was just gonna try to see. I was debating whether I should use it to try to scare them away, but given that actually they seem pretty.
Go ahead and roll your luck.
My luck, okay.
Yeah, find out.
Success.
All right, so yes, some of the phone comes out.
Foam comes out?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So is that my turn then?
Well, you need whatever what you want to do. You get to decide what you do on your turn. So just tell me what you want to do,
Okay.
and we'll go from there. Is that what you want to do?
What would I be rolling, just so I know kind of what my chances are?
For just the brawling, regular brawl.
This is brawl.
Yeah.
All right, I might as well just hit them then. I'll do my best.
All right. All right. So you hit them with the fire extinguisher, and let me see. We're gonna do probably intelligence. Yeah, that seems to be the best.
To answer your question,
Yeah.
real quickly, it's sodium bicarbonate, and you turn the canister upside down, and basically it's concentrated sulfuric acid, by the way,
Oh,
and that's how
nice.
they. Yeah, just to let you know. And yeah, I heard you singing earlier your little song. I just couldn't figure out how to unmute myself.
All right. So, sorry to interrupt, but ultimately the two bunnies run away. And you are a little hurt with 3 bunnies to your name.
Yeah, I've 4 hit points. I am gonna try to first aid myself.
All right, go ahead.
This has never gone wrong. Yes.
1d3.
Thank you. Okay. Still got a major wound, unfortunately. A 6 out of 15. So.
All right.
But I will bring the 3 bunny corpses and go back to Arkham.
All right. You're going back to
2-hour walk.
So now let's go with Papa Doc. All right. So go ahead and roll your luck. See how it goes on the. Actually, first do a spot hidden. That's when we're gonna determine if you find anywhere for you to be able to offer your services. Because ultimately, speakeasies were
Okay.
pretty hidden back then.
Okay, that's fair. What happened to our friend?
What friend?
The doctor.
He's tired. He wasn't planning on playing tonight, so he
Oh.
came in and he's too tired.
Okay.
He cannot stay up.
Okay.
So
Spot
so
hidden.
right, spy hidden. Okay.
Okay.
And now your luck to see if anybody hires you.
Sure. I thought I would just. May I use my skill to impress him instead?
Yeah, you can.
And I'm willing to take like, what do you call it? Let's see. I'm gonna try verbose or hard, or maybe even extreme. I don't know which one.
What for?
Well, I want to stand out. Do you know, like in the movies, yeah,
So
he's
okay.
a good player.
Go ahead and do it
or
on
whatever,
hard.
But, try something that would catch a hold of him. So let's do it. Oops, excuse
Yeah.
me. Hard,
Yeah, if that's what you
And-
want to do, go for it.
yes.
Just think where that's gonna leave you. All right. So
Didn't do so good.
this is the way it played out. You went ahead, you showed up, and you said, "Yeah, my name is David. Whatchamacallit, and and I am a professional artist. I am a musician. I play many different instruments, and you know what? I'm only in town for one day. This is how you played it out. You say I'm only in town for one day, and I'm here with the whole purpose of just making your business the most amount of money possible. And they came up to you and they say, "Oh, okay, great, wonderful, yeah, come here, try it out." And they ask you what instrument would you like to play? And obviously you would have said
Piano.
what? Piano, right? Because you were a piano player.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, you sat down, you opened the piano up, and when you opened the piano up, you notice that there were keys of many different shapes, different lengths, and also different sounds. That some of them were not nearly as to what you're used to on a piano. And out of your, I don't know, intelligence or your arrogance or whatever you want to call it,
arrogance.
you decided to
Let's
play
go-
it
let's go with
anyway.
arrogance.
You decided to play it anyway instead of saying, "Hey, you know what? I just don't know how to do it." No, you just gave it a try anyway. And it turned out like not necessarily as
Horrible.
cute and as good as it should have. So they told you, no, thank you, politely.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Um, if I can, I'm going to look in a phone book, and I want to know where um, a music store is for like beginners, where you where they try to sell you a piano or lessons and things like that. And that's what I would like to look for next.
Okay. All right. So give me a second, because I'm going
Because
to.
this doesn't seem right to me.
Since the other three players are not here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of rolls. In that way, I know that they are not
Sure.
here, but I'm going to determine what information they find. And ultimately, once they get with you, they're going to discuss all this information that they have found. I gotta pull up Mr. Anderson. Give me just a moment. Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
There we
Come
go.
out of hiding. She's just doing rolls.
Alright, so we're gonna roll.
I'm gonna do what you did, Jess. There was a small little Richard. He thought he was a piano player, and he decided.
You were here and we couldn't talk. I was trying to entertain the viewers.
Same thing. Same thing. It was like when you did yours. I was frantically trying to answer you. You know, when you were telling your story. So
I couldn't hear you.
It's you couldn't?
No,
Oh no.
at all.
Alright,
Oh.
so all those three characters found the necessary information that they were looking for, and I will provide that information whenever you guys get with
Okay.
the players again.
I'm concerned.
I'm
gonna
You're
after
concerned.
after this little event, I'm gonna hunt down I just want to say Sydney. I'm gonna hunt down after whatever I role play with you in a music store. I'm gonna hunt down Sydney because this is very strange to me, you know. And I'm going to report to her. Pianos are not like pianos that I remember. Blah blah blah, blah kind of thing. So
All right, well, let's go back to Sydney real quick. Sydney,
okay.
you come back to town, barely able to stand up, walking, with a lot of trouble, and ultimately making it to town. As you know, you have a major wound right now going on because you're bleeding profusely. Um, how are you gonna deal with that?
Um, does there seem to be any kind of like medicinal shop or hospital nearby?
Go ahead and roll spying.
You are.
All right,
Oh.
so you do find a hospital.
Alright.
All right, so you walk into the hospital, and the receptionist sees you coming with a bunch of bunnies tied to your waist, barely able to stand up, bleeding to death. And she looks at you and she says, "What in the world did you do?" She's like, "Don't you know that you shouldn't be walking around, outside of town by yourself? I mean, those things are vicious. And you killed 3 of them? That is impressive," she says. I know people that they died out of just one of them attacking them.
Well, as you can see, I'm a little worse for wear, so
Yeah, I mean,
can we get...
what really? I mean, yeah, we're gonna get somebody to get you, and she calls the nurse. But I'm really curious. What drove you to hunt those things instead of maybe just going to a meat shop or something like that that we have around and conserving your life.
Well, I guess I got overconfident. I had traps, but they broke, unfortunately.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. And okay, so let me get your information. I'm sorry. What is your name?
Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. Well, I like
Georgia
that. I like that name.
Adams.
Georgia Adams. All right. All right. Well, Ricky here is gonna take you to a room where they're going to examine you and hopefully take care of you. Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot necessarily let you go in with those things you have there. So we do have a garbage disposal garbage can over there that you can toss them in, and
Is there a meat shop nearby or a hunting shop I could sell these to?
I wouldn't know. This I don't necessarily go out hunting and then selling animals, so I don't necessarily know. Um, However, I'm not necessarily sure you should be walking around the way you look right now, and and I'm just basing that on the pool of blood that is under your feet right now.
Uh, yeah, let's, can we, can I, like, wrap these up and just, like, uh,
Wrap them up
put
where?
them
What do you
in
think?
my bag?
We
Can I just
have
put them
like
in my
bags
bag?
over here. We
I have a backpack. I can
Oh,
put them in my backpack.
okay. And are you okay? So as long as you leave the backpack outside of the hospital, that's totally fine.
I think it'll get stolen. I don't really want to do that. Can I leave it, with you?
No, we cannot have those things inside of the hospital.
What about in the waiting room?
Is the waiting room in the hospital?
I'm gonna go try to, like, hide my backpack in a bush or something.
Or you can do also fast talk. You can do
My
fast talk or
is 5.
yeah, you can do
I'm
fast
not
talk.
a charisma character.
You can also do persuade. You can also do intimidate.
Intimidate. I don't think I have. Yeah, persuade is 10, intimidate. I have base stats on all those. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I have 15 in intimidate. Look, I just want to get this done. Let's get this over with. Yeah. Okay. All right, fine. She limps off, tries to hide her.
You can roll all the other ones if you want to. Also, I mean, it makes no
I
difference. to me.
mean, sure. Never mind. Look, please, I really, I don't want to bleed out there while I'm trying to find a place to put my backpack. Can I just leave it with you for just for a second? It won't
She's
take too
like,
long.
Fine. You know what? You look like
You don't
you're
have to touch
you're
it.
in need of help, and
Thank
after
you.
after after seeing you come by last weekend, with I, last week. I'm sorry, a couple weeks ago. I remember you. I think I've seen you over here a couple weeks ago. I do know how much you cared for all these families that you came with in their time of need, and you know what? I think the last thing I could do for you will be to hold that for you. So you know what? I'm just gonna put the backpack behind the counter, and you can just go with Ricky over here, and he'll take you to the room, and the doctor will patch you up.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Right. Papa Doc, go ahead and roll your spot hidden.
Not hidden. Let's give this a try.
All right. No, you don't necessarily find any news, any music store.
Wait
Uh,
a sec. Why? Why? That's not correct. Look at my sheet.
I'll
It's
drop it.
50.
You're
And it
on
says
hard
25.
still, right?
Oh, because I got a. That's what I did. Thank you, dear.
No.
All right, let me try again.
Weird.
Well, you know what? It's still a fail, and that's
Should have
fine.
taken the
That's fine.
31.
No, but figuring it out real quickly for me, because it did catch me off guard. I'm glad. I'm glad that you.
Okay,
Oh.
so you
Right,
don't
right,
necessarily find a
So, no,
music
there's-
store, but
Okay.
go ahead and roll. Roll your luck.
Okay. Here we go. No good.
Okay.
I'm having all high rolls now. Oh
Okay.
well. It's my turn now, Jess.
All right. So
Chris is back in action.
as you're walking back, trying to
Yeah.
figure it out exactly how to get back to
Right.
at least outside of that gun shop where everybody was, so maybe you can meet anyone there. You end up stumbling with the rest of the group, the other people that went to look for things and investigating. And as you see them coming to you, they arrive there, and also a lady seems to be crossing the street, and the lady
Do
just
I recognize her?
no, you don't recognize her, but
Okay.
she recognizes you. She says, "Well, you know what? It is about time you decided to show up after what happened. How dare you? How dare you disappear like that? Leave your whole family like that. Where have you been? Have you no heart? You know how much your wife is suffering right now?"
I know, but I just was kidnapped, and I was just able to get away. How long have I been gone for?
You were kidnapped right after your son died? How does
Yes,
that
it's
happen?
the strangest. I don't know. I guess, young lady, I would have to ask the kidnappers.
Oh, really? Well,
They just
where are the
released me.
kidnappers right now?
They released me
They
outside
released you.
town.
Just released you. Just said, "Oh, hey, you know what? Just go on your merry way. We're not gonna kidnap you anymore. We're done. We had our fun."
I guess, I guess, I guess they couldn't get money.
Well, from who? Because they didn't contact anybody.
So I'm glad they didn't.
No, they didn't. You know what? Your
Why did they-
wife,
Why did
your
they?
wife, at first was worry sick, but between the death of your child and you just disappearing, she just couldn't hold. She just couldn't take it anymore, and she actually ended up taking her life. She took her own life. Where were you?
My-
Where were you all this time? Seriously, where were
I
you?
kept. I will tell you the same as I told you just a few minutes ago.
And the other
Where are the
investigators
kids now?
are just there, kind of quiet looking, and one of and then she says, "I remember you guys. You guys were over there at the funeral that day, and that girl was there too. And I just don't remember. Where is that girl? She was there, and she was standing right next to you guys. Where is she?" You know,
Shrug my shoulder.
you guys were there. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you this. You need to go see. You need to go to your home. You need to talk to your family because they miss you sick. You need to go to the police and let them know that you're back.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I personally don't want to see you ever again. She turns around and walks away. And at that point,
I just start shaking my head.
at that point, the Let's say that Joplin, what's his name?
Hmm.
Jop, something like
Al,
that.
yeah, Joplin. You pronounced it right, as in Joplin,
Joplin.
Missouri. Yeah.
Uh, no, Fergus. Sorry, Fergus. Fergus
Oh, okay.
says, um, yeah, we might have some more information about things we found out, and I think
Okay.
there's some
Any
stuff
more
that
good news besides
I think there's some stuff that we all
death in
should
my
dis.
family?
He says, I think there's some stuff we all should discuss, but I think it will be a good idea for us to be all together. Because it is a lot, he says, and most of this information involves Sydney, they say. But it makes
Well, I'm
total
gonna
sense
find
as to
out
what
what's
happened to
going on.
you and to all of us.
I'm gonna try to find out what's going on in this menagerie, this life that this other person
I
has,
can't see.
and so maybe I'll be able to bring some information too as well. I'll just meet you guys later, because if she saw you,
I don't get to see.
recognized you, you should go alone.
And he says, well, I think maybe we should go have a talk with Sydney, and then maybe you could go do whatever it is you want to do. I think, based on whatever information we have to give you, it will completely depend on what we're possibly going to do from now on. He says, and Andrew
Let's go.
And
Let's see
Andrew
if we can
says,
go-
and Andrew
go
says,
find
yeah,
something."
you know what? There's some pretty messed up stuff going on, and I think I can guarantee you that we're not. Once you find out this information, you're not going to think in the same way that you're thinking right now, or you're not going to. You're not going to be willing to do the things you're doing right now. You're not gonna. I think we need to. He says, I think we need to hurry up. There's a lot of bad stuff going on, much worse than we thought.
Okay. Okay. Let's go find Sydney and get that.
Well, where is she? He
And start
says.
sharing information.
Where is Sydney right now?
I thought she was with you guys.
No, we all left at the same time. We went to do some research. You went to make some money. Did you make any money?
Oh, it was horrible. What I'm used to isn't what the were, and it just turned out horrible for me. This is so strange.
Okay.
I'm so confused and upset.
He
I need a
says-
drink.
He says, okay, well, yeah, that, I'm not sure we're going to be able to get that right now. But we do need to find Sydney, and I'm not sure that looking for Sydney in this town is a good idea. Asking around for
No,
somebody
I'd
named
rather just
Sydney,
wait for her to.
because
I-
based on the
Mom,
information
just-
we found out, we're all wanted here.
What?
Yeah, we're all wanted.
Oh, jeez.
So it is very
Great.
important that we probably should
I
be
knew she-
offered off the streets.
I knew she was bad luck.
Who?
Knew she was bad luck. Sydney. She's turned my whole world upside down. Wait a sec. This isn't my world.
Okay, bye.
I'm so crazy.
He says, no, obviously it's not the Sydney that we came with that has done things, but we really need to get out of the street. A cop can come by at any time, see us, and then they will take us in.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right, so go ahead and roll. You all are gonna roll spot hit and see if you can find Sydney.
A place to hide out.
No, see if you can find Sydney.
Off of, I'm off of hard now. Oh man, I can't.
Oh.
Oh, all
All
right.
right. All right. So after looking for a while, Fergus says, "Okay, well maybe we should check out a hospital." And this would have
Hey,
taken
that's a
you.
good idea.
This would have taken you. Let's determine how many hours. Oh, what?
Are you on hard? No. You're
No.
on regular.
There we go. 1 hour. But okay, so you arrive at the hospital where Sydney is. And just Sydney seems to be walking out right now. And as she's walking out, you see the rest of the investigators arriving. You ask for your backpack, and they see you that you're like completely, wrapped up and patched up. And they're like, they're just in shock of what they see. What do you do? Oh yeah, 1d3.
All right, rolling good. Well,
Off a major wound, it's
You
good
know,
enough
hey.
for me. I'll take it.
All right.
Hey, please tell me the other guy looks worse.
She just points to her bag and like nods and says, "Thank you again for taking care of this for me," to the nurse, and then goes to leave. And with the other investigators.
All right. So they say, well, we really need to get out of the streets. We gotta talk. We have found
Okay.
some very big information that we need to discuss. And I'm not sure that us walking around this place is the best
Right.
solution for anything.
Oh.
And I think we have an
well,
idea as to why they let us go out on the street.
Oh. Well, I was gonna sell these pelts, but it seems like that's
Pelts? No, we can be
Yeah.
out on the street. We are wanted right now.
Oh, okay. Let's find a place to. I would say we could go camp in the woods, but the bunnies apparently kill people. So
So they say, well,
You're kidding.
I'm
they
not.
say, well, we, you guys go to. Let's see where you guys go. Well, you guys get out of the hotel. I mean the hospital, and go ahead
By
and
the way,
roll
just
roll
just
luck.
call me Georgia for now. That's the name I went by.
Go ahead and roll your luck.
All right, Georgia.
Georgia Adams. All of us?
Yep. Okay, that's good. That's it. All right. So you find an abandoned
Show
building.
off.
An abandoned building.
Says you.
You get inside, and the investigator says, "Okay, well, we need to figure this out because we're in a lot of trouble. We're in a lot more trouble than what you think." He says, "We went ahead and we went with what's Erlian's character's name? Hold on, let's see what's his name. I don't have it over here. No.
Daniel, right?
We went with Daniel to his house, to try to find out some information. And what we found out was that his son died. Not too long ago. Exactly 3 weeks ago. Right after the time that you came back.
Please don't tell me I
So then
did.
we also went to John's house, and his significant other also died. I can't remember who his significant other is. Let me see if I can tell real quick. Backstory.
Judge, you got any notes?
I'm looking. His best friend's dog. Okay, so his dog, it was dead. That's Lillian Ister, his girlfriend. So his girlfriend would have been dead. Also, murder. And in the same way. So Daniel.
Neither do I.
Daniel. Give me just a second. Abigail, which is Daniel's ex-girlfriend, she was murdered, and apparently somebody cut her neck open, and she bled to death. Daniel, based on the information that we found out from his relatives, he was doing really, really, really bad. He wasn't doing very well at all. And then eventually, one day, he just disappeared. So then we went to to John's house to see if John was still there or who lived there. And we found out that he died. That his girlfriend was dead. Lillian. Do you want to guess how she died?
No,
Probably the same way.
Sydney did all this.
Yep. Somebody cut her neck open. She also bled to death.
Fucking damn it. That's awful.
So then, we decided to look up Fergus. See what Fergus. See if he was at the same house or what happened to him. And ultimately, just a second. Let's see. Leaves. Complexion. So it turns out that he had a little sister that unfortunately she died also. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately. Her neck was cut. We also went to check up your place. And they looked at Al.
And
they say, well, yeah, we also checked up on you. And yes, because you will not guess. But ultimately we were gonna play a joke on you, truth be told, since you seem to be pretty kind of sensitive. But ultimately, our joke was spoiled by the lady that you encountered over there, and spoil the news that your significant other died. And it's true.
Son.
And it's true. Your son died. His neck was cut open. What we did find out was that not a day after that all this happened, somebody came to visit each and every one of us and told us how and told us how they could help us make everything better. how they could help us go away, and that when we told this to our families and friends, they told us that they were trying to take advantage of us. So ultimately, after that, we were never heard of again. There was they all claimed that a girl came to see us.
I just want to get out of here.
So
This
do you
place
want
isn't
to
for me. I have nothing.
do you have an idea as to
Nothing.
who that girl could be?
Oh, I think we all do.
Yeah.
But it's not the person that's in front of us.
No. But we're all wanted over here.
Yeah.
We're all accused of murder right now because there has been murder and we have disappeared. And ultimately Jesse just seems to be Sydney just seems to be a common witness in all those crimes because she's been seen with all of them, with all of us. So she's a common denominator.
We're left holding the bag. Yeah, we're left holding the bag. The other versions of us are working with the other Sydney that has done this damage. I get it.
It seems to me that the other versions of us, they have been tricked into believing. They have been tricked into helping her to get us to go to that universe. I don't know exactly for what reason they have picked us over there, he says, but we are providing some sort of help to her in our universe, and she convinced us to go there under the impression that we were going to be back with our loved ones.
I think I know what she wants. Apparently.
Well, what is it?
Apparently, this universe is. She just gestures broadly at the sky with like a kind of a grimace. Version of someone important to me. Important to her, I guess. Died while she was away for 6 months. That's a story for another time, but I think it
So
drove
she
her
snapped.
mad. I think it drove her mad, yeah.
God.
I had some if she went through something like what I did, I needed help after that, and I went to get it. But I don't think she did. I think she came back holding on to one of the only people left in the world for her, and found out they were dead. And I don't know what kind of twisted game she's playing, but if she's murdering loved ones and then tricking people, and also an entire cult apparently, to get what she wants, she's more dangerous than I initially thought.
Well, what do you think we should do? Since it's you, in essence. So,
Well, I think
what do
we
you
gotta
think?
find her and stop her. If what she's doing is to get the loved ones back, and what she was doing was to get the ones she murdered back, right? Or apparently, I think that she might be in our universe because they're alive there. And
Oh, no.
we need to get back there.
But how? The flower thing is being
Probably that.
protected.
We have an idea, but I don't think you're gonna like it.
I don't think we have a choice.
I don't think we do.
Spill the tea.
Well, there are a couple different roads we could take. We could.
Okay.
We know why Darren let us out now.
Yeah. Because we're not going to go anywhere. We're wanted.
You know,
This
so
is to add the pressure.
So we could go back and try that. Or we could. Well, there's. I'm gonna sound crazy if I talk about this, but.
Nothing more crazier than what we've been going through. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
we're in another fucking version of our reality and fucking Cthulhu. Oh fuck. She like grimaces as soon as she says the name. That thing's gonna be summoned apparently. Supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to get the artifact and get out. I don't.
And how do you
Well,
propose that?
Apparently, the serum or something was used to travel, and it's in the same room as the artifact. And
Right.
I know a way to open a door of sorts. Try and get us in that room. I would have to get us in there, sneaky like. We grab the artifact, we grab the serums, and then I open another one, and we get out of there. Or we.
What do you
well,
mean open another one?
Another door. It's like a door between spaces.
Maybe I shouldn't ask. Maybe I shouldn't know.
Probably better.
So-
Learning about it was, she just shudders. Like, wraps her arms around herself. I don't like that I have this knowledge, but I think it can be useful at the very least.
Comfort her and pat her on the back, but don't get too close.
Sitting
And then
nodding
tell her,
thankfully.
whenever you're ready, let's do it. Because each moment that passes, maybe the place will move closer.
Yeah.
So if you're ready, at least I'm ready. Guys, are you ready?
I don't. Well, there's one problem. We still don't have any weapons. So we'd be going into a beehive and shaking it without any way of protecting ourselves. Now, I would say that I could do this with a. I really don't want to rob a poor innocent man, but.
I wish I got a job. I thought I would be able to get a job. I wasn't able to get a job because the pianos here are not like pianos where I come from.
Oh, is everything different? Cause she just pulls out a like fucking feral looking rabbit corpse with like bloodshot eyes, sharp fangs, and claws.
I take it back. I step back real quickly.
Yeah, it's
What the hell is that?
a rabbit, apparently.
No!
Yeah, no, it's not right. None of this is right.
Right, exactly.
It's all wrong.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I
So
think we're gonna need weapons.
Fergus says, "Well, if we don't have weapons, we do have something that they don't.
And what's that, Ferguson?
They don't know how to use that device, and they're completely dependent on us to use it. Because otherwise, they would have killed us by now.
That's true.
Good point.
That is what we have, but
Darren would have killed all of us if he knew how to use it. There was no point of dealing with us if he had what he wanted. So maybe we can talk him into somehow, I don't know, maybe
I feel that, but I also think we tried to get him to let us see the artifacts and show him how to use it or something. I guess I said that I didn't remember. You could tell him to show him how to use it, but I don't think he's gonna let us. He just clearly doesn't trust any of us.
I
I them neither after apparently. I'm apparently a terrible murderer in this universe, so.
I'd rather spin my dice and move my mice and go someplace else.
I don't even want to think about the mice in this world. They're probably feral wood chipper things that eat through your house and then eat your eyeballs while you sleep.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Probably right.
Sorry, I broke character just
No, I agree with you. Yeah.
All right. So
Well, we're gonna have to do something.
so what do you guys want to do then? What's it gonna be?
So,
Are you guys going to break into the gun store, get some weapons? Are you just gonna show up there, talk to Darren, convince him of who knows
I
what?
think so. I don't know if this is something we can do without the characters present, because I think the characters that have the stealth skills and like the lockpicking skills are not here.
I
so
can roll for them. That's fine.
I just don't feel right making the decision, like a big decision like this, without the majority of the group here.
Okay.
So you want to stop the game?
Fuck, I don't know. I think we would have to, though.
Okay.
But we what's the plan for this week? Because I know it's 4th of July and stuff's kind of.
I'm pretty much open. I'll be in Lima, Ohio.
I
I'm
can
going
do
to.
the evening. I'm glad it's an evening game because I probably will have stuff during the day.
Okay. So are we stopping the game right now?
I guess.